Hello everyone, I am back today with another video, and we're going to be playing another game on this new website. Again, it's strategus.appspot.com. Like I said in the previous video, just like this website a lot more for video recording. It just looks a lot nicer. It looks more similar to stratego.com, especially with the artwork and the design here. I also do find it to be a bit easier to navigate. It doesn't have a whole lot of active players. It would probably be difficult to just go on this website and just find someone to play against. But if you're able to arrange a game through, whichever means, you can actually do that even without making accounts. So I think that's a pretty nice feature. Anyway, today we're going to be playing against Vertigo. This is someone who I've known for a while, but I've not actually ever played this person. So I think that'll be a pretty interesting game, and see how this goes, since we have never played each other. Although I think he certainly has an inherent advantage, having probably watched my videos before. So we opened up on the right side there. I got a lieutenant of his, and then we traded. I'm going to hit that piece. It's a sergeant. It's a good hit then. I'm going to actually hit that. Colonel. Okay. That's not a problem. I'm fine doing that to give away info. And there's a bomb there. Alright, good to know. So I'm going to threaten his colonel and see if I can see what he does here. Okay, so he is going to retreat for sure there. Interesting. Alright, so I will take that captain right back and then we'll trade. So that ended up being a pretty good sequence there for me. Considering I got the captain back and then we just went ahead and traded. One thing I wouldn't like is if he ran a scout down here. That would be a bit annoying. Alright. This setup, by the way, is loosely based on a randomized setup. I just hit random when I was making the setup, and then I sort of changed a lot of pieces around. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. I don't think he'd come with a major. Alright, so not much there. I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Scout there, see if we'll trade or if he has something better to take me with, or maybe he'll retreat altogether. Okay, he will trade. That's good for me. I like that. So it appears I'm up a lieutenant, and I'm up 2 lieutenants and a sergeant. I'm going to take that. Colonel. Okay. If I'm up, 2 lieutenants and a sergeant, I don't have a problem risking a major like that to find out his colonel. It is a bit unlucky that happened to be his second colonel there, but that's not really a big deal. So I know his colonel here. I don't really know any other pieces. I don't think I have any guesses particularly either. I'm going to hit that. I think it could be a scout. Yep. Excellent. If that was any other piece, I think he would have retreated it. But as I said, it ended up being a scout, so that was fine. I'm going to put that captain there and see what he does. Interesting. So he's going to take with a major. That's a bit risky. I'm a bit surprised that he did that, but let's see what happens if I do that. So he is up a captain and a major, it appears. Okay, well obviously I have to hit that major. But I'm going to bide my time and see if maybe he scouts me before I do that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and hit that major because that just transfers me being down a major to being down a colonel. And I'm sure he's going to take me, but that's not a big issue. No, he has nothing there. Okay, well, free major then, and if he wants, I will be more than willing to trade colonels with him. I probably should have pressed him, actually. Chase this piece back. Let me go ahead and do that, see if I can get him to trade colonels, perhaps. I would like that very much. I'll hit this with my captain. It wouldn't make sense for him to have two majors clustered there, so I figured that was going to be a lesser piece. Okay. So I'm going to be able to trade this colonel simply by virtue of bluffing something like the sergeant is a good piece. So it appears that I'm down a captain, but that I'm up 2 lieutenants, a sergeant, and a minor. So that's good. I've also evened up the scouts here. No longer down a ton of scouts, but we're now even there. Alright, I will be more than happy to trade that off. So now I have no info of him, and all he knows is this captain here. Now keep in mind, this piece originated next to a colonel, so surely it's not his last major. So I would probably hit this with my captain. I would assume it's probably a trade. I might actually threaten it like that. Okay, interesting. I'm going to bring out my major then. Maybe I can grab a captain or something. For example, if this is a captain, like I'm thinking it could be, then this could be useful to bring my major up here. And it is a captain, as I suspected. Very good. I'm going to threaten that. I don't believe that's a good piece. So now I'm simply up 2 lieutenants, a sergeant and a minor. I can't remember if this sergeant is known, but I'm going to go ahead and be assertive with it anyway. Put it there, kind of force him to take it. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. I might bring up my second sergeant here. I'm going to leave that there. If he does take that, yeah, I said if he does take that, that'd be a bit unfortunate. I'm going to risk this captain. Perfect. So I'm totally fine to give up that captain for info now, provided it would have to be something good. I'll take that as well, a sergeant. So this captain is going excellently to work there, and I discover a general. So I am down a captain, but now I'm up 3 lieutenants, 3 sergeants, and a minor. So I can definitely afford to expend a few sergeants here. Minor, perfect. That's fine. I mean, it just trades being up a sergeant for being up a minor. That's alright with me. One thing I do have to worry about are his captains, and of course his last major, but mainly his captain. This piece was back row, so I don't think it's too important. This here, of course, is his general. See what happens if I threaten him here. I can afford to lose this lieutenant even if he calls my bluff, so I'm not too worried about this. But I'm going to keep pressing. Okay, I'm just going to move that there then. I'll hit this with my captain. It was a back row piece. I don't expect it to be the last major. I have a feeling this could be his marshal, simply because it was behind his colonel. So I'm actually going to be wary of that. I'm actually going to bring out the spy, believe it or not. I could believe this being his marshal. I think he might do something kind of crazy to maybe to throw me off here. Because I already know his general. I would expect his marshal to be more over here. I would expect this piece could be a strong entrant to be the marshal. I'm going to retreat on that. And then I'm going to hit this piece. I'm expecting it to be a trade. Yeah, that's fine, because that was his unknown captain and my known captain. So I think that's only good for me, really. I'll do that. He'll probably just take my last scout with something cheap. But, you know, oh well. Let's get some, see what he does here. Marshal. Interesting, as I thought. Okay, that's good to know. And I pegged that being his marshal pretty early on, so that's pretty good for me, I would say. I'm rather impressed with myself for that, but I'm going to stay pretty close to home on this one. I don't want to risk him being able to trap my pieces, but I'm going to come up with my marshal. I'm going to take that spy. Very interesting. Okay. So that, of course, gives his general a license to take me. Alright, so he's going to use a miner to discover my marshal. I don't really want to trade marshals. I'm going to try to keep his general trapped there. Let's see, I'm down a captain, I'm up 2 lieutenants, 2 sergeants, and of course 2 miners. Alright, I guess I'm going to trade now, because the only thing that would really help me is trading. Yeah, I do have my spy left, but my marshal's known. I'm not going to really trap anything of his. And with that said, it's just not beneficial. That's probably a trade. Excellent. That marshal trade there, I think it was alright. Like I said, I do have my spy left, but my marshal's trapped anyway, so I don't think that's really that beneficial. I'm going to try to keep my sergeant assertive there. I'm assuming eventually he's going to have to use a piece to discover my sergeant, which I'm fine with. So I just do want to make sure maybe my lieutenants can be in an aggressive position if it does end up. I'll take that. Captain. So that is his captain. Very interesting. Okay, so that's a pretty easy discovery then. Let me come up with my sergeant then. And that way this will really seem like my general. Okay. So that's good, I'm able to convince him of that bluff. And here's my spy, I'm probably just going to hit one of these pieces back here. This marshal came from the corner, might be useful to maybe even hit this piece. So he's actually going to think better of his early aggression. So he's gonna actually chase my sergeant here. I'm not sure if I'm thinking maybe he thinks this is my general now, because as soon as I was aggressive with this piece, he started being aggressive with his captain. So I'm not sure what the deal is quite there. So I'm just gonna leave that. I'm guessing I should probably threaten his captain just to maybe sell the idea here. Okay, so that is the one he's thinking is my gen. Alright, it's good to know. I'm going to try to sell this further now and make him go over here. If he hits it, that's not really a huge loss. I don't think he will hit it, but he might. I think it's possible. Alright, I'm just going to hit this piece back here. Minor. Okay. So that's the fourth minor. It's good to know. So it'll be worth it for me to take this minor and then, I can suicide my lieutenant. Wow. That is a very odd move. That really reveals the fact that this is not my general. So I kind of have to retreat now. That's a really weird move, because if this was my general, then why would you not save the captain? Unless maybe his last minor is trapped up here, other than this one. But that move really doesn't make sense. It appears I have some sort of Wi-Fi issue going on here. Very interesting. Okay, let me come up with a minor in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and run the lieutenant back, since my my ploy's been found out. I'm starting to think he might suspect this as being the general, and I might just need to be aggressive with it and stop flying around. Okay, I'm going to bring up my lieutenant. I do have a minor within striking distance here, if I wanted to try to go to the flag. There's a bomb there. I'm expecting probably Sergeant. That's another bomb. Okay. Interesting to note. Scout. Okay. Wonder if his flag is locked up here. I'm assuming it might be, unless this here is the flag. Another bomb. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. I'll go ahead and just take this bomb. And he's going to allow me to trap his own miner here, which is good for me. I can go ahead and just trade this off. Oh, okay, he's going to give it to me instead. I'm good with that then. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and take out this last bomb, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, assuming that's 6. What I think might be the case is this is probably his flag back here. So that's fine. I think this is either a miner or a sergeant. I'm just gonna trap it and kill it. I wouldn't expect it to be a sergeant. I think he might have a sergeant trapped. I'm gonna try to hit it with a miner and hopefully just get a trade here. It's maybe me being a bit lazy and not, bringing the lieutenant all the way over, but. Oh, okay. He's going to opt instead to trade. I'm not sure what he thought was my general, but I guess he's just going to trade that. I think that could just be a signifying maybe him giving up, but that should be the end of the game. Assuming his last sergeant is trapped. If it's not, then my lieutenant can really just take care of that, but I think this here is his flag. But I can just run away here with my lieutenant. I don't really need to worry about that, but I'll just go ahead and come up with my miner, hit this piece. It's probably going to lotto. Yep, so that'll be it, and that's it. Alright, so that'll be the end of the game. So that means the sergeant was trapped here. I don't know which one of these two was his flag. I think it might be this one. Pretty interesting setup, but good game. First time I ever play him, and it turned out well. Pretty happy with that game. He had a bit of a lead, but I always had the smaller pieces. You can see that really carried me to the end. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to make even more videos in the coming weeks. And once again, thank you for watching, and have a great day.